morning, Staley, and welcome to Bird's Eye View, your inside look at things happening around our school and community. I'm Chloe Vanmeter.
And I'm Story Connors. Our first story takes a look at a topic that's becoming more and more common in classrooms everywhere, artificial intelligence. From helping students brainstorm ideas to assisting with research and studying, AI tools are quickly changing the way many students learn and complete assignments. But with these new tools also comes important questions about responsibility, originality, and how AI should be used in an academic setting.
Stella Curley and Haven Juden spoke with students and teachers to learn more about how AI is being used here at Staley and what people think about its impact on learning.
The 2025-2026 school year has seen the biggest spike in generative AI usage in classrooms across the nation. Some students and educators claim it creates a better learning environment, while many argue it has done more harm than good. We asked students and teachers at our school about their AI usage and how it affects learning.
I don't use it all the time, but I do use it pretty often. Sometimes when I get stuck or just need a list of 10 ideas I can run with, I kind of just go to it as a resource.
I use AI I use it more for like brainstorming. I don't like to do it on my assignments, but I'm not very creative, probably every day.
If I'm being honest, I use it for classes that are kind of really stupid and it's just busy work. Like when teachers give busy work and it doesn't really help my learning, I'm using AI, because if you use AI for the assignments, then I'm using AI to do the work.
70% of students at Staley High School reported that they use AI to generate an assignment. 40% say they use it to generate answers for busy work. But is that the right thing to do?
I think it helps in some aspects, but honestly I do think it has also taken away, especially not even just for me, but for a lot of people. I know that a lot of people rely on it, and there's some people that don't use it as much for just help with their assignments, but use it to do their assignments in general, and they end up relying on it and feel like they don't need to actually learn in order to do things in school.
It definitely inhibits my ability to learn, because if I don't do the work myself, I promise you, I will not remember anything I just did. If I put it in a ChatGPT, I'll just read it over once and then it won't stick in my brain.
We also asked a teacher how it affects his ability to teach and how it helps or harms the learning in his classroom.
Yeah, so teaching chemistry, it's not a huge thing. It's not like teaching ELA, where I'm imagining students would be able to have a ChatGPT write a paper for them or something. I do see some students trying to use it with looking up chemical formulas and things, which sometimes it will get wrong, which is kind of funny. I think the biggest way it's affecting is the class I teach for my seniors. And that class, students do a bunch of different projects, and I let them use AI and even encourage it for starting a project, but not ending it there as a jumping off point. I think that's helpful, but when students use it as this is the end of my thought, that is when it becomes a problem.
Signing out for STTV, this has been Stella and Haven.
Many students here at Staley have talents that extend far beyond the classroom. From athletics to the arts, our Falcons are finding ways to pursue their passions and share them with their community. For one student, that passion is music, and it's taking her all the way to the stage as a part of a rock band. Vanessa Stout and Natalie Namuvali introduce us to Allie Kampfner and give us a closer look at her experience performing in a band.
You may have seen her in the hallways, but Allie Kampfner is a woman of many talents. She's not just a great student and artist, but she's also a part of a band.
So my band, we're called Lotus, but it's actually an acronym for Love of the Universal Sound. We do some cover stuff, just all around basic alternative music, 90s grunge, emo. But we do write our own stuff too, and we're doing more of that lately.
From a young age, she has always loved music, starting with Kids Bop's albums and the radio on repeat. Her love of music grew. When her stepdad introduced her to dubstep, that launched her career in music.
It's really cool to see people I don't know recognize me from my band, or just being able to go up on the stage and play music for lots of beautiful people, to have a crowd in front of me. It's kind of exhilarating. I was originally in this band called Liquid with a few other members, with a different drummer and singer, and I was originally the rhythm guitarist. And then the singer and drummer left, leaving me, my bandmate Lane, our bassist, and my other bandmate Jamie, our guitarist. And then our drummer Ellis joined, and we officially became a four-piece.
As she keeps pursuing her music career, she's learned advice about starting a band and passing it down to future generations.
Definitely go to local shows, venues like Howdy or Skate Bar, the Bald and you'll find other people in the local scene that also play music.
If you want to follow Allie and her band, follow lotusband.kc on Instagram. With STTV, this is Natalie and Vanessa.
Students across the country have been organizing walkouts to speak about immigration policies and the actions of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, also known as ICE. Some Staley students recently participated in a walkout to share their voices and support their community.
Anna Gordon and Issa Cibrian spoke with students to learn more about why they participated and what the event meant to them.
On January 20th, students at Staley High School exercised their First Amendment right in the form of a walkout. The protest was organized in a response to recent ICE activity in Minnesota and across the country. The walkout was entirely student-led, and the group spread their plans on social media via Instagram. We spoke with students leading the event and attending.
I think we want to give students the opportunity to use their voice and stand up for what they believe in. You know, I think like our First Amendment right is super important, and we have that right and privilege to use it, and so we want to give people that opportunity.
Yes, and we're also hoping to keep it peaceful, obviously, but peaceful doesn't mean quiet. We can be loud, we can make our voice heard, make our statement made, still no violence.
The walkout is important to me because I know that not only like my family, but all Falcons here at Staley are being strongly affected by ICE. I recommend just being respectful. Like, you don't have to be mean or be like promoting violence, because that's like what we're all fighting against is the violence. So I think just be respectful, but also keep in mind, like, don't be afraid to speak up.
We also spoke to teachers about their advice on the First Amendment in schools.
Because everybody deserves the right to the First Amendment, freedom of speech, and every student deserves to have their chance to get their opinion out there, and talk freely and not be judged for that, and be respected in having that opinion and understand that other people are going to have their own opinions and things that they say.
I think it's important that people understand, like, finding ways to express yourself is really important. Finding peaceful ways to express yourself, finding elegant ways to express yourself. Like if I believe something and I decide to just shout it through the hallways, yeah, I am spreading it, but am I spreading it in a way that's starting a conversation, or am I spreading it in a way that's disruptive? And so I think it's really important that we encourage our kids, no matter what you believe, that you're finding ways to share it in a respectful, elegant way, and you're also finding a way to share it, that you're not just letting it fester and sit inside, because that's when things eventually erupt. Rather than being able to like educate and start conversations.
Although Staley could not endorse the protest, school officials' main goal was to keep the campus safe. In a statement from Principal Dr. Smith to parents, he stated, "Students have constitutional rights to use their voices at school, but cannot disrupt the learning of others. To be clear, this was a student-organized walkout and not a school-sponsored or school-promoted event. When things like this occur, our priority as a school is to ensure all of our students are safe." Police officers and resource officers blocked the roads, admin was stationed everywhere, protesters walked, and campus supervisors monitored who was let into campus and inside the school building. At 2 p.m., students walked out of their classrooms, through the parking lot, onto the football field, and around the track. Signs were made, chants were called, and speeches were shared. The protest remained peaceful for its entirety and remained in a safe and contained environment. Signing out for STTV, this has been Anna and Issa.
Energy drinks, coffee, and caffeinated sodas are a popular choice for many teens looking for a boost during the school day. But how much caffeine is too much, and what effects can it have on teen health?
Stella Crilly and Haven June take a closer look at a caffeine consumption among teenagers and what students should know.
If you enter the average high school classroom, you're bound to spot a coffee or energy drink on students' desks. While students drink up to 3 or more products a day, we must begin to consider how much caffeine is too much.
Often 1 or 2 a week, but I drink coffee almost every day.
1 to 2 a week. Twice a week-ish, but I drink coffee every day.
Daily.
From the interviews with students, along with a survey taken at Staley, we found the average amount of caffeine products consumed per week ranged anywhere from 1 to 15 drinks. But is it safe?
So standard amount of caffeine for a teenager is about 100 milligrams, which would be about an 8-ounce cup of coffee. It is going to disrupt your sleep. You're not allowing your body to clear out at night. First, your sleep allows you to clear out any waste that's built up in your body during the day. But then the second half of the night, it clears out any waste that's built up in your brain. So if you're not getting a full amount of sleep, then you're getting a lot of waste building up in your brain.
In the same Staley survey, we recorded that the most popular energy drink was Monster, containing 160 milligrams of caffeine. Alani's came in a close second place with 200 milligrams of caffeine each. The FDA recommends 100 to 175 milligrams maximum a day for teens, depending on body weight and sensitivity. When a single energy drink already exceeds the maximum, where do we draw the line?
The long-term effect is that reliance on caffeine versus just learning to get enough sleep, get proper nutrition so that your body can follow a natural circadian rhythm and maintain really more of a healthy stasis, like a healthy level.
Caffeine is not harmful, but moderation is the key. The accessibility and social frequency of energy drinks and coffee allows high schoolers to cross the very thin line between enjoyment and addiction. Signing off for STTV, this has been Stella Curley and Haven Juden.
For many athletes, an injury can bring the season to an unexpected end. But for one Staley senior, determination and hard work helped turn a setback into a comeback.
After suffering a season-ending injury last year, senior flag football player Tori Brady returned to the field and recently had the opportunity to play in the Flag Football Pro Bowl. Here's Vanessa Stout and Natalie Namavale with more.
For most athletes, a sport starts as just a hobby. But for Tori Brady, flag football quickly became something much bigger.
It was me and my old soccer teammate. My freshman year, we had heard about a flag football team starting up, and so we decided to try out. And then from there, we got selected from one of the referees reffing to play for Shockers. For Staley, I've been playing since my freshman year, so this will be my 4th year. And for Shockers, I started playing my sophomore year, so for Shockers, 3 years. I play center, and I also rush and play linebacker, so I'll snap the ball and go run a route, or I'll play linebacker on defense and rush the quarterback. For me, my favorite part about flag football is being able to play with very talented athletic girls and also having so much fun and amazing opportunities with it.
Unfortunately, in 2024, Tori suffered a season-ending injury.
I had torn my ACL, my MCL, meniscus, and so it was kind of heartbreaking at first, but it kind of showed me that an outside perspective and showed me how much I really do love the sport. And so coming back from it, it empowered me to work harder and be a better athlete. I think for me, last year not being able to play was the fact of I didn't get to play with some of the seniors that were graduating, and those girls I had started playing flag football with, and I couldn't end playing flag football with them. And so it was kind of heartbreaking not being able to play with them.
Despite her injury, Tori is a nationally recognized player and even had the opportunity to play in the Girls Flag Football Pro Bowl games in San Francisco.
For me, on a personal level, it meant so much more than just an accomplishment, because for everyone here back in town, I was representing them. And also for girls in the sport of flag football, it was just me being able to show out and show that we are still here and we can do just as much. And then for a team level, it was being able to play with girls from all over the U.S. and meeting all those people and playing with some really nice, amazing girls.
After seeing success on the national stage, she says she hopes her journey can inspire younger athletes.
Flag has shaped me as a person because it shows me I can reach and accomplish new goals that haven't been set before and pave a path for girls that are still involved in the sport now.
With STTV, this has been Vanessa and Natalie.
For many high school athletes, the dream of playing sports at a Division I college can be exciting, but it can also come with a lot of pressure. Balancing school, training, and the expectations that come with the recruiting process can be challenging for student athletes.
In this story, Chloe and I take a closer look at the pressures athletes face while pursuing opportunities at the NCAA Division I level.
For many high school athletes, the pressure doesn't end with the final whistle. The college recruitment process brings expectations to perform, maintain grades, and stand out all at once.
My name is Ava Miles. I am going to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, and I started the recruitment process combination between 5th and 6th grade.
I'm Sam Hennefant. I'm committed to Duke University, and I started my recruiting process right after sophomore year.
My name is Ariana Baker-Laster. I'm committed to Michigan State, and my recruitment opened about 1.5 years ago.
Between training, academics, and waiting for opportunities, the stress can be overwhelming.
It was stressful. I'd say it was kind of like a constant roller coaster. It wasn't something that like you could predict. I guess there were some parts where it was like, okay, I feel like nobody's looking at me, you could be alone in it, or there are also parts where you're like super excited and you feel like you're on top of the world.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sucked. It was really fun the first day when you get like 60 notifications from all these like different schools and like places you want to go. Like then you realize you have to like respond to them and like actually like have conversations with them. So it was just really busy.
I think it was really stressful for me, and I know a lot of my teammates that I played with over the past summer, because recruitment is so different, and you just have a lot of pressure on yourself when you're playing in front of these college coaches. So I think it definitely added a lot of stress, especially in such a big summer for all of us.
I think everyone expects us just to be tough and kind of fight through things, play through things, whether that's injuries or a bad game or something. And the idea that it's mental, everything's mental, but I think that needs to be broken down, and people really need to see that we're humans first, and we're student athletes. Like, we're not just athletes, we're humans with hearts, and we have a want and a care to be here. So
I would say something to help us is really just remember that we're all going through the same things, and we're all struggling with that recruitment process, and we know it's stressful and there's a lot of pressure. So I think honestly just embracing that as athletes, I think, is really important.
After months of pressure, the decision is made. For student athletes, committing to a college brings relief, excitement, and a new beginning.
I think committing was probably like one of the best things, very grateful for it, but you know, it reduces my stress and doesn't have me trying to organize things as a 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-old, so yeah.
Oh, for sure. It's definitely like know where you want to go. It's all, your whole next 4 years is set up for you, so it's really nice. Yeah, the place.
I've definitely felt better stress-wise, and I think that has to do with the college that I'm committed to, and also the girls that I was surrounded by while going through that, and now it's just getting ready for college softball.
Signing out for Bird's Eye View, this is Story
and Chloe. That's all we have for you today on Bird's Eye View.
Be sure to check out more stories, videos, and updates at StaleyNews.com. You can also watch our latest content on our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram and TikTok to stay connected with everything happening at Staley.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Bird's Eye View.